Okay.
Hey, what's up, Angelica? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Middle of the week. I love Wednesdays because we made it through the rough part and we have 2 more days to finish the week.
Yeah. And, I'm wearing this pink jumpsuit right now.
That is bright. I'm like, where's my sunglasses? I need shades, man. I'm like, woo.
Well, you know what? I'm all about being bold. And in this market, you have to be. Good is just not good enough anymore.
Yeah.
It is next level real estate season right now. We're only in the middle of first quarter of the year. Can you believe that?
I can't. It feels like we started out fast. So January killed it, right?
Yeah.
Busy. And then February's been like we're running like track here, like wow. No, it honestly it feels like it's been a really fast year so far, and I'm blessed, that we have business and we've been real busy. So, well, why don't you tell us? We're in the middle of the week. Give us a real estate update.
Yeah, so what's happening in the market right now is I'm seeing a lot of military PCS, so a lot of relocation.
I would just say you need to explain what PCS, because for folks that watch this video, it might not be military, but of course, we do have a lot of military clients we cater to. But just in case, for everybody else, what's PCS?
So PCS, as a military term, to tell you the truth, I don't know what the acronym stands for. However,
we'll look that up.
Yeah. Well, for PCS on the military side of things, just means that you're relocating to a different area or a different port. I know for the Navy, when we say, "Oh, I'm PCSing to Oxnard or Port Hueneme," or I'm PCSing to Virginia or San Diego, that just means that they're relocating to a different area.
Okay, got you. All right.
So what's happening in the market right now with my personal clientele, for being in the first-time military home buying niche of the real estate market, a lot of family situations. So I know that right now we are working or helping a client at the moment who is looking to PCS or is already here in San Diego. Right. But this client is also staying, in a different location on the East Coast for this matter, and has multiple different things, ambitions, goals that they're looking to achieve. And what's happening right now is that I'm finding myself in having a lot of conversations to where I am not only a real estate professional, but I'm also there to help provide guidance. So not necessarily a tax advisor or legal advisor or anything like that, which for full disclaimer, we always redirect them
Put it down here, disclaimer, please.
Yes, exactly.
Go to your professional advisor for that.
We are not a tax or legal advisor.
Right. Or therapist, although we function like therapists.
Exactly. I think what's important is that beyond real estate, we're also here to help provide them what their options are. Yeah. I think it's important for most of our clients to understand that we're not here to force you to do anything. At the end of the day, it is your decision. But we're here to support you with whichever avenue you choose to go.
Yeah, clients do become like family. I mean, even more than family. I get calls from clients like, "Hey, do you know a good electrician? Do you know a good plumber? What internet service should I be using?" And I'm like, that's what I want anyways. But I'm saying we do become like family because we make them feel comfortable, right? And we want to be there to assist them through the process of not just the real estate, but life. We're not life coaches, but I feel like sometimes we do become therapists / mortgage / realtor. I don't know what I do anymore. Sometimes when I pick up the phone, I'm like, am I going to be doing legal advice today? I can't do that, obviously. Yeah. Or am I going to be a therapist, or am I actually going to talk numbers?
Yeah.
But I think that's cool because clients really come to us for that. That means that we make them feel comfortable, right?
Right.
And that's like when I have a customer that calls me and is asking me questions outside of real estate or mortgages, I'm kind of like, that's cool. You know, I'm doing my job. You know, I'm building relationships. That's what it's about. Like, I'm part of their family when I get invited to the birthday parties, and I'm like, that's a huge like blessing, right? To be able to change lives that way. Um, and our veterans and our active service members, an opportunity to work with them like this young couple, married couple, and being able to be part of that and hopefully help them grow in their financial side with building their real estate portfolio and understanding. I know this, we won't mention names obviously because it's personal, right? But I think the scenario is really cool because we went into this conversation with them to get them pre-approved.
Yeah.
And in that process, though, I saw your work and how you really peeled the onion, the layers. Like, if you're working with someone and they're not getting to the core, then you're not really working with someone. You're superficially just giving them what they want or their needs. But when you really dig in, like we did with them, and you started peeling that, and then you got to the core, you really understood their needs. And that was really cool because I saw it happening, right? Because I saw like we hit a wall, boom, remember? Like the prices of what they wanted to buy and the payment didn't jive, right? So their payment was to be here and what they wanted to afford was over here. And so it didn't make sense. And I felt like we hit a wall and then you took over and put it in second and third gear and you're like, hey, hold on. Let me talk to you a little bit more. I want to really get to know you. Okay, explain to me about your business. And I just took a back seat and I'm like, this is great. You know, this is what we do. Like, we don't just take you to first base. We hit home runs and bring you home. But to do that, you really need to understand the client and their needs, not just today, where they want to be in 5 years with their business and their personal life and family, and where they want to be in 10 years. And you did that, and I was just like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, well, thank you. I think it's really important for our consumers to understand that we take our job seriously. It is, like you said, not just surface level. We're not here to just take you to first place. We're really here to dissect the process for you. As real estate professionals, with you being a mortgage broker, it's important that we get into the nitty and gritty of the details, because what you don't want as a first-time home buyer is having the blind lead the blind, right?
Yeah.
You want somebody who is
Absolutely not want that.
you want somebody who's experienced, someone who actually knows where the pitfalls are, so that way they can bridge the gap to where you don't trip in it, you know? So I think it's important for us to really ask the right questions. And as you witnessed, I was really curious. I really wanted to know exactly what it is that we're dealing here. What is the pain that we're feeling? Because the only way that I can become even more valuable is by offering the right suitable solutions for you. Yeah. And I can't do that without having a true diagnosis of what the problem is. So, I think moving forward with every client that we sit with, it's always about buying a house or selling a home. But at the end of the day, everyone has their own different story.
Absolutely.
And it's really up to us as professionals to help them have a smooth transaction by really understanding what they're going through and offering the right solutions to prove our value.
I don't think, if people knew what you and I sometimes go through in the back end of stuff, right? Like dealing with all the other parties, not our clients, but like dealing with inspectors, realtors, escrow, title, and all that bull. Like, if they knew, like, honestly, but the idea is, I think that we want to make it like pressure free on their end.
Yeah.
And that's really part of our job. Like the part of why that's a real big portion of why we get paid. 'Cause we deal with that, and we make sure that on the other end, it comes out as clean as possible because we want their experience to be one that, like the message we got today, was it this morning or last night from our client? He's like, thank you both so much. I know that without you guys, this wouldn't have been, wouldn't have gone through. Like, you guys made this process so easy. And I know how much hard work there was because I knew who you were dealing with, like on the other end,
Mm-hmm.
So those are the kind of messages that we get. And I love them because that means we did our job, honestly. And we did what we had to do. And if we had to take a beating, sometimes we do, we take it. But our clients are going to get our best all the time. We are going to show up at 100% every single time, and we'll do it because they deserve the best. And that's really why we get referrals, because we continue to pursue to be the best in our industry. So I am so happy that I'm working with you, and I see that because I saw that happening live, and it's still like to this day, like, every time it happens, I'm like, damn, this is what it's about. It's really about building some really good foundations with our clients where it may not happen today. It may be 3 months, 6 months, but I know it will happen because they appreciate that we didn't just touch the surface. We went deep. So it's cool stuff. I was going to say a word that was going to be, it's cool.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. So
Well,
on to the next one.
happy Wednesday.